Ed Smith. I've lived in Oregon now steadily since 1988, but I actually first came to Oregon in 1973, went to high school here for 3 years, and graduated in 1976. Well, no town in America or anywhere in the world for that matter is held unto itself anymore. The world is highly integrated, and interconnectivity of communities is so important. I see Oregon as one that's it's kind of breaking out of its shell. I mean, we realize that it's no longer a close, a cloistered community that just has to worry about Oregon and Mount Morris. It's really about how we prepare people for the world environment, and I think that is probably one of the biggest things that I see changing. Being a person that saw Oregon in the early 1970s, where it was a very it was by itself, basically in the middle of a cornfield, and now we're not in that position. And the community is stepping up to that and understanding those changes. The internet and how we communicate has really brought the world to our doorstep in a lot of ways, and some good, some bad. So I believe that that's one of the biggest changes I see happening, is that we're no longer an isolated area, and it's much more part of a larger tapestry. Well, as we talk about Oregon, I don't mind going all the way back because it relates. Because our facility, the building we actually possess there, was actually built in 1949 by Quaker Oats. And Quaker Oats had chosen to build a company here to build specially designed machines to make all of their food products and packages. And that's how our company came to being. In the early 70s, when my family moved here, Quaker divested themselves of this engineering manufacturing facility, and it was continued with the help of our family. And through what initially was just machining and fabricating and welding, has grown into a company that not only maintains those aspects, but also is a pretty strong engineering force in the development of special machines in the food industry. Our company builds the machines that might make like Life cereal or Captain Crunch or Cheerios or those kinds of things. So if people keep eating, we tend to stay pretty busy. Yesterday I was working on two machines, one that makes pie crusts and another one that I was running that makes waffle cones for ice cream. All right. So a lot of people don't realize that you have to design and manufacture and then implement these things. And how that's changed is now, where it used to be large corporations who would bring you these ideas, big companies don't do that anymore. Very, very little. A company like PepsiCo would say, we want a machine that does this, so our people have to use computer-aided drafting to design, and then our people then are trained to manufacture whatever those drawings would indicate, and then we actually have to have service people now that go out and install it and make it run. So it's a full service design and build company. And one of the things that I always point out that's so important, because people don't have these skills. We have our own educational process there. We send all of our people back to college. When they come to work for us, you're brought into an apprentice program. We pay for your college tuition, pay for the books, and you work on the job. And we're accredited by the U.S. Board of Labor to do this type of training, so that after 4 years, you earn effectively what would be, in educational terms, a diploma to say that you know and understand these manufacturing skills. And we've been maintaining that now since the early 70s, and I think that in this economic downturn that the country just went through, had we not done that type of education of our employees from the most basic to the most complicated, I'm pretty sure our business wouldn't exist. And I think that that is what's so vital to understand. We never stop learning. And it's the responsibility of many businesses today to be competitive here in America, to train on an ongoing basis. Just because you get out of school, and I know I'm tying the school and the work thing together, that's what's fundamentally changed in the world today. You no longer get to go to a 9-to-5 job and say, well, I went to college, got my degree, I'm cool. Guess what? Everybody that went to college in our company is still going to school because you can't stop, because the change happens that fast.